Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel, Get Crafty with Sally. My name is Sally Poole and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Albany, Oregon. Welcome. Today I am going to be making a card with the super cute Umbrella Days bundle. I love this. It might be my favorite bundle right now. I am just having a blast playing with it. Before we get started, I do want to mention that coming up, there is going to be a seasonal sale through Stampin' Up! It starts on the 13th of November and runs through the 15th. There will be 20% off of bundles, and I believe that is both stamps and dies and stamps and punch bundles. That is an additional 10% off of the 10% off bundle price. Hopefully that makes sense, for a total of 20% off. 10% off cardstock. That does not include Close to My Heart. 10% off ink, and the ink does include the pads, the refills, the markers, and the Stampin' blends, so that's great. And then also 20% off designer series paper. However, this only applies to products from the current annual catalog. It does not include things that are in the mini catalog, so that's kind of a pooper. Anyway, let me show you the card we're going to make. I just love it. I think it is so cute. And it's easy to make. It does involve coloring, but it's pretty simple. And I don't usually do coloring on my videos because it's normally complicated. But like I said, these are pretty easy. So, excuse me. These are the pieces of paper, cardstock, that you're going to need to make this card. So you can either grab a screenshot of these measurements, or as always, I will have a PDF linked down below the video in the description box. So you can just click on that link, open the PDF, and you will see this. I do have, excuse me, some different colors of this card. I'll show you later. I will have all of those in the PDF so that you'll know the colors that I used and the products and what have you. So I think the first thing we should do is let's color our little umbrella gal. So I've already stamped it. I stamped it in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. This is my favorite ink for stamping and then coloring images. So I am first going to, let me set this here, see if it's in the camera picture. And I wish I had something fancy that I could zoom in and out, but I don't, so I apologize for that. I am going to color her little pants first, or his. I suppose it could be a boy. And for this one, I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. I did use Soft Succulent on this one, and I love it. But let's try this. So I'm just quickly going to take my light Lost Lagoon, go in, color the pants. And, oh, I went out of the line. I'm going to grab the dark, and I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting up underneath the edge of the raincoat, down the little wrinkle lines on the back of the knee that Stampin' Up! Gave us. And I'm just going to randomly add some shading. No rhyme or reason as to where the light's coming from or anything like that. So the next color I'm going to use is Light Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to color the little raincoat with that. So we'll just quickly color that in. Try not to get the little hands Fresh Freesia. Okay, then I'm going to take my dark Fresh Freesia and I am going to do a little bit of highlighting or shadowing. Again, no rhyme or reason, just wherever I feel like it should go at the moment. So next, let's do the little galoshes. And of course, they are going to be Mango Melody. So I'll start with light Mango Melody. Color those in. Take my dark and do just a little bit of highlighting just to give it a little depth and dimension. And then for the hands, I am going to use, and I have all these skin tone Stampin' blends and I've never used them before. So I am going to use my SU, I'm assuming that stands for Stampin' Up! 800. And hopefully I'm not doing this in reverse, but I think that's the lighter color. And then I'm going to go over it again with my SU 900. I'm not going to go over it. I'm going to go kind of on the knuckles and towards the wrist. These colors are very close, so you probably won't even notice that. And then while we're doing this, let's color the little dog really quick. And for that, I'm using the SU 400 and the SU 600. And I believe the 600 is lighter. Let me make sure and check. That is the 600. This is the 400. So yes, it is darker. So we'll start with the 600 and just quickly go around filling the dog. And I'm going to try not to color his cute little collar. Or her. I'll get the tail done. Then we'll take the 400, SU 400, do a little highlighting. There's some little marks on the face that Stampin' Up! Has given. I'll do the back of that offside ear. I'm going to go around this ear a little bit, down the front, a little bit on that leg, the underbelly, and a lot of this isn't going to matter because I'm actually going to put his cute little jacket on. Okay, so let me stand up and show these to you closer. Let me do one more thing. I'm going to grab, excuse me, a random, what do I have? Dark Petunia Pop. And I'm going to color in his little collar. And I'm going to take one of my Jelly Roll glitter pens. Hopefully this one works. Let's see, I think this one does. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter on his or her collar. and it doesn't really show up on the finished card, but that's okay. Okay, so here is the little colored dog. And here is the little umbrella person. And I've already cut both of these out. So here they are right here. These are the same colors. So now let's put our little paper pieced umbrella together. So this I have cut with the die that is included in the bundle. I have cut that paper from the Perennial Lavender pack. So we're just gonna punch these pieces out. And I'm gonna grab my chair and my glue. And we'll just start by applying a little bit of glue to this first umbrella panel on the right, well, the first and the second one. And then I'm going to lay this down on the umbrella, and it kind of fits right in between those stamped lines. So let's grab our second piece. And we'll place that in the next spot. I think I got too much glue on it. Things are sliding around. So let's add a little bit of glue to these last two panel spots. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's obviously going to be cute no matter how you get it lined up in there. So there is our pieced umbrella. There are quite a few dies that you can use for the paper piecing. I haven't used the adult umbrella person. That looks like you could paper piece the boot, the umbrella handle. Never thought of that. And it probably goes, no, it might go to the small one. Of course, the dog's little cute jacket. And you can also do the little person's galoshes. Okay, so now that we've got those, let's start putting our card together and see where we end up. So I'm going to grab my card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, fold it in half. Let's give it a press with our bone folder. And then I'm going to take my this piece of 3.5 by 4 3/4 basic white. I have embossed it with the Raindrops embossing folder. A lot of you probably have this. I think it's super cute. Let me show you what I originally tried. There is a raindrop stamp in the stamp set right here, and it's got bigger ends for the bottom of the drops. You can see that where they're falling down. I stamped this panel with that in Smoky Slate, and I stamped it off every time. I just wasn't particularly happy with the way that it looked. I was actually going to put one card together with this so that we could compare them, and that's how much I didn't like it. I didn't even want to put a card together with it. I also did one with the Heat and Stick, and then Dazzling Diamonds. So that might be fun to use on a card. We might see what it looks like on this one before we put it all together. So anyway, those are some of the choices. So let's take our little embossed basic white panel, and we'll get some glue, and we will attach it to our basic black panel. Make sure you've got your raindrops going the right direction. You want them to look like they're coming down. So we'll adhere those together. Next, I'm going to take my 4 16 by 5 5/16 piece of, this is Lost Lagoon. That was one of the colors listed in the Perennial Lavender pack, so I thought I'd use it instead of the Soft Succulent. So we'll see what it looks like. And normally I would use my tape runner on this big of a piece, but since it's got all those little nooks and crannies, I'm going to stand up again. I thought I would put glue on it. So we'll try to center that on our card base, which is kind of hard to see. Give that a press. And then let's put some glue on the back of our basic black panel. And we'll adhere that to the Lost Lagoon, trying to get it centered as best as I can. And I forgot to mention the Lost Lagoon panel, excuse me, I have embossed with my Subtle Dynamic 3D embossing folder. I tried a whole bunch of different embossing folders for that panel, and for some reason, you would think it wouldn't matter, but nothing looked as good as this one, in my opinion. So next, gosh, let me get a drink. I don't know what's going on with my throat. A little tickle. Excuse me. So the next thing, I don't know if you can see this or not, on a piece of basic white, I took a blending brush and some Smoky Slate, and I just put a little bit of ink on there. That is these little mud puddle pieces. Those are die cut. I didn't want them to be white because I didn't think they'd show up on here very well. It's kind of a nice contrast, but it does kind of make it look like dirty mud puddles, but that's okay. So let's take I'm going to sit down again. I'm going to take my little mud puddles, and I'm going to set them on the front of this card. Make sure they're kind of where I want them to be, and put a little bit of glue on the back of this one. Oops. Don't you hate it when that happens? I just flipped the glue side completely over on my right fingers. Okay. So let's adhere that one down. Put a little bit of glue on this other puddle. And I'm assuming they're puddles. I don't know if they could be clouds or not. And I do believe there are cloud dies in the set, which is fun. Okay, so there's those pieces. And I've got glue coming off my fingers all over the place. So now I'm going to take my little umbrella kid and some dimensionals, and I'm going to pop this up. So we'll put a few dimensionals on there. Gosh, sorry about that. Hopefully I don't completely lose my voice. Shouldn't have said that, sorry. So we'll add one more little weird dimensional piece there. I am going to add a little bit of glue at the bottom because her little feet are going to be in the mud puddle. I'm going to take all of my dimensional covers off, and we'll place our little umbrella person. Excuse me, good grief. This is going to be a great video. Put our little person down on the card. Let's take our dog, and let me show you how I did the little jackets, the little dog sweatshirt. I just took my Stampin' Blends random colors. You'll see in the cards that I show you that they're different. And I just squiggled the light color on. I made a few dashes with the darker color, and then I went over it again with the light color and then cut the sweater out. Some of them kind of look like, what do you call it, camo. So let's put his little jacket on. Also, I'm gonna have to stand up to show you this. The very top neck area of his little jacket, I am going to cut that off, because if you leave it, you're actually going to cover up the little collar, which doesn't matter because you can't see it very well anyway. But I know it's there. So let's see if I can get a hold of that. Put his little jacket on, and like I said, I kind of just randomly picked colors for this, no rhyme or reason. And I just think it's fun with all of these different, some of them are bright colors. I just think it's fun on here. So now let's grab just a half of a large regular dimensional, and we'll put it on the back of the dog. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down at the bottom. And we will set our cute little dog down. Don't you love that? I just think it's so sweet. And then I stamped, for all of these cards I'm going to show you, I stamped, "You are the umbrella to my rainy days." I thought it was a really cute sentiment, but I mainly chose it because of the area that it's going to fit in. So this is something else that I don't normally do, probably because I'm not that good at it. I did fussy cut around the edges of the words. I think they came out okay. This is the first time I've ever done it that I have actually liked it and used it on anything. So I don't know what's up with that. So let's glue our little sentiment down. You could pop that up on dimensionals if you wanted. I think I might be done with my glue. So we'll put our sentiment up here in the top left-hand corner. I'm going to have to hold it up and see if I got it straight. That looks pretty good. And then, last but not least, I am going to put an insert on the inside of my card, 4 inches by 5¼ And I will use my tape runner for this. I think it just finishes the card off nicely. It does make it a little bit more sturdy if your recipient is going to stand your card up, which I think most people probably do. Okay, so there's our card. That was pretty easy, don't you think? And I think it's just so stinking cute. So that is the Lost Lagoon one with perennial lavender. This one is I don't think I wrote it down. I think it's Azure Afternoon. I will write all the colors down for these, like I said, if you see one that you really like and you want to use. This umbrella, I just absolutely love that paper for the umbrella. And I do like the dog with his little yellow raincoat. The polka dot umbrella paper is from the Painted Blooms pack. And it's actually the back of this big sheet of paper. So that was a fun one. I really like that one. So here's another one of those, and it is in Soft Succulent. And then I have another one of the polka dot in Berry Burst. I think that one's cute. And it's fun just to, you know, pick a color that's on the card and match it up with your card somewhere else. This is the first one I did, and it is Soft Succulent, the paper. And then the Designer Series paper that I used is from the Flight and Airy pack, the bird pack. And it's the back of these birds. So this is kind of a fun project to, again, go through your Designer Series papers and look and see what you think might look really cute on here. I think the pattern does need to be smaller. I looked at a lot of them that had big flowers, and I thought, well, that's probably not going to work because you'll just end up with one color. So anyway, that is my card for today. I hope I told you everything I needed to tell you. If you enjoyed my video and you're getting anything out of them, please hit the like button, give me the thumbs up, share my video with your friends and family. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It helps my channel grow. I will be doing a giveaway for one of these cards, probably, let's say, in about a month. So second week of, good grief, December. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is leave a comment down below this video. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. And in one of my future videos in December, I will announce the winner of the drawing, and I will mail you a card. So thanks again for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.